G'day everybody, welcome back to Starfield. Blue here, hope you guys are doing well. We're still hanging out here at the Nishina Research Station, and we have just completed the Entangled mission, which is apparently a constellation mission. We sort of stumbled across it a couple of episodes ago. And interestingly, in the previous episode, towards the very end of the mission, we sort of went off course, if you will. We didn't follow exactly what the game was telling us to do, such as sort of choosing one reality over the other one. And instead, we sort of completed the experiment that they were trying to run, and we ended up recovering Raphael, both the dead version and the alive version as well. So I don't know how that all happened. It's all still a little bit of a mystery, but we sort of got the best outcome out of all available outcomes, I think, because it was either going to be everyone else was going to die or Raphael was going to die. I don't know. I would have chosen, if I had to choose between the two, I would have chosen you know, the other researchers, because, you know, it's one life against many. And I guess that's maybe an easy choice for us to make, because we don't really know Raphael very well. But if it was someone a lot more important, perhaps maybe we would have made a different choice. Yes. Now, Raphael did mention something about him sort of being an engineer. So I'm sort of wondering whether or not we can actually hire him.
The doctor wants to keep me a little longer, but I'll be on the next supply ship out of here. The next time you're in New Atlantis, look me up at the viewport. If you ever need an engineer or just want to talk, I'll be there.
The viewport. Okay, cool. How are you doing?
It's like I've woken up from a nightmare. But all this still feels like the dream to me. I saw their bodies, or what was left of them in my universe. To see them all alive here now, it's hard. Really hard.
What are you gonna do now?
I still have friends in New Atlantis. I'll stay with them until I'm back on my feet. After that, I'm not sure. Next time you're in the city, meet me at the viewport. It'd be great to have someone I can talk to. No one else will ever believe me.
I could use an engineer. Are you still interested?
I am, but not right now. Let me get back to New Atlantis, get some rest. And then, yes, it's the least I can do, after all you've done for me.
Alright, there we go. We are encumbered apparently, so I'm just gonna take this chance to use maybe a... what was it, battle stim or something? No, UC battle meal multi-pack. We'll use one of them. Give us +8. Hopefully that's enough. No, it's still not enough. We're still encumbered, apparently. Yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces that are just weighing us down quite heavily. A lot of helmets, a lot of spacesuits. I'm just going to see if there's one more thing that I can take. Hopefully I can medicate even more to improve our carrying capacity. We could have taken a Bog's Grog. Let's take a bourbon as well. Does that solve it? No. We're still carrying a little bit too much. I mean, is it even important though? Because the ship should actually be sitting just outside, right? So my assumption is that it's not going to be too far to get to. Plus we could always use personal atmosphere as well to make sure that we can keep running. Alright, here we are. Yeah, the place looks less eerie during the daytime. I'm sort of glad that we found this place when the planet was going through its night cycle, at least on this side. Oh yeah, okay, the ship is actually quite far, guys. So, let me just get personal atmosphere ready. And yeah, we're definitely going to have to use it. Just quickly drop down. Yeah, that does actually give us quite a lot of O2, doesn't it? It lasts for a decent amount of time. And by the time I actually need it, I should be able to cast this power again. Is that the right thing to say? To cast the power? I guess it's not exactly magic, is it? Well, it may as well be, right? Considering what we're doing. Metropus Scavengers. Why can't I scan that? There we go. Alright, we are here. Our ship is looking very, very nice, as ever. But speaking of our ship, I do feel like I want to try and, you know, make another version of the ship, or maybe look at one of our existing ships and just, you know, revamp it, just so that we can get the experience of using new parts or unique parts. I actually do need to go to the cockpit directly, my bad. Okay, so let's resolve our weight issue. And I'm going to do that by obviously stashing stuff in storage right here. But I think we also need to perhaps visit a few trading planets. So we'll do that right now as well. I might start with Aquila City. Now, since we've got another artifact, we could also go back to our base and just place down the artifact at the, I think it's called the Armillary. So I could do that. Still got 3,000 creds. Let's see if we can just sell a few other bits and pieces here. Yeah, still more cash. Maybe mines. And perhaps maybe some weapons that we don't want to use. Get rid of the side star here as well. We're not going to make all the cash we need from it, but that's fine. Now we can make our way inside.
Take a look around. Here. Bro.
Yeah, let's get rid of this. And this last one, the mag shot, I think I'm gonna take that to the Trade Authority. So whenever we go to the Trade Authority next, but how are we doing for weight now? 232. I know we've boosted our carry capacity, so I think it's more closer to like 265 or something like that. So we're still in the clear.
The one I saw running away from that crazy guy?
Okay. Perhaps maybe it's not a bad idea for us to go to Neon. And we could just go to Neon Core. There should be a trade authority there, and there should be other traders that we could squeeze money out of as well, if we need to. So, trade authority right here. Just have a chat.
Yeah, what? Always happy to
So, mag shot. I do want to keep the XM2311 though. Just trying to think if there's anything else that I can maybe offload. Yeah, I've got a few things that I've sort of kept because I thought maybe we would want to use those as decoration in our base. We'll see how we go. We've just got so much of this aid stuff, right? Like, and it is starting to weigh us down quite a bit. I'm thinking maybe it might not be a bad idea to sell some of this stuff. Adicrone. Addiction symptoms. We have never been addicted to anything. So I think maybe I'll just sell half of what I have. And then anything else that we have heaps of. I think we'll definitely find more battle stims out there. Bog's Grog is kind of rare, right? Like if we had kept the Crimson Fleet going, I'm sure we could have just like continually bought more Bog's Grog from Bog. But yeah, that's not possible anymore, obviously. That's a pretty decent amount of damage resistance. I think we'll get rid of this. Do we even need CQBX? We're not really doing any melee, are we? So, might as well sell the entire batch. %19 health for 3 seconds. Emergency kit. I mean, I don't think we really need it because we've got plenty of health, or sorry, med packs. Oh, okay, we're not making any more money. Alright, we'll leave.
Alright, what's off?
And I think we're done here. Let's actually decide on what to do next. Now, I could go back to do more Constellation stuff. I guess the final mission might be this one, Unearthed. So we have to complete Final Glimpses, and this will give us another power, which would be nice. And yeah, in terms of other things here, there's a few other things. Refurbished goods, this is kind of bugged, so I'm not entirely sure if we can ever complete that. Leader of the pack. Oh yes, that's right. We can check in with Keone, actually. That is something that we could have done when we were still in Aquila City. Maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. I do want to explore. And then escape from Endless Voyage. Again, don't know how to find the ECS constants, because every time we go there, the ship's not there. So, anyway. I think the best thing for us to do is go back out to the area of space that we have been to, and then we'll sort of continue working our way from there. Alright, so let's go to Albertani. Then from here, we'll go to Hyla. And yeah, I'm just sort of hoping that we can easily find our way to some of these other systems that we haven't visited before.
It's all great. Successful jump.
Again, depending on whether or not there's any interesting things to look at, I might speed up the footage a little bit.
Switching over to standard engines.
Driver spinning down. Jump was smooth as butter.
Okay, well, this kind of looks interesting, guys. The Kazal sulfur mine. I've never seen a sulfur mine before. And again, I've never seen a mine that actually has a specific name before as well. So that would imply that this is some kind of a unique location. We'll see what's happening there. Again, there are some places that have unique names, and it turns out that they're not really that interesting.
Hello.
Okay, that kind of looks like an ecliptic ship. I think this is the mine. Oh. And the mine looks kind of inaccessible though. Okay. Maybe there was a cave in here. Is there perhaps another entrance somewhere? Good question. A lot of noxious gases everywhere. Whoops. My bad, guys. Just pressed the wrong button there. There is a structure above our current location. But I do want to just take a quick look at the map here. I assume that the place that we visited before was the mine, but I could be completely wrong. No. We're not facing the right way, which means maybe the mine entrance might be somewhere else. Ah, okay, right. That is the sulfur mine over there. Well, let's go and visit then. And yes, we did see that ship land. Oh, okay. Hunting silverfish. They seem to have very, very bad eyesight. Okay, we do have a bit of a cough going though. Right. So let's fix that. Hang on. Lung damage. Okay, that should take care of that. Got a decent number of ammo for our silenced pistol now. Okay. Whiffed a lot of those shots. Okay, we are actually dealing with Varun Zealots here. No, I need send star stuff. Ah, okay. So I just realized, guys, that you can essentially place a power in some of these slots. That might not be a bad idea, actually. So I might actually put Sense Star stuff there. And Personal Atmosphere, I could also put that in somewhere. Maybe I'll do 8, and then what I'll do is I'll actually put the revolver in another spot. There. Ember was good, but I don't think it's really worth using anymore. Maybe we can just move on from using Ember. Wow. So many whiffs there. Wow, okay, we've got some very epic music going on here. Let me actually take something. Yeah, 250 damage resistance for a while. That's decent. This music sounds a little Star Warsy. Okay. Not expecting that. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's try and climb up there. Not entirely sure how to do that. Maybe from these sets of stairs? Oh, come on. there even anything important there, though? Nah. Are we suffering from anything here? It doesn't look like it, but we've got a chunk of our health sort of taken away there. Can't really recover all of that. All right. Actually, did we end up taking out that one zealot that was fighting us all this time? I don't see the dead body anywhere. But that one was actually quite tough. I would like to loot that one. Alright. So far, I'm not seeing any semblance of like a story or anything like that about this mine. Game's not really telling us too much about it. It does have a unique name, but... And I actually haven't really visited a location like this, so I guess it is kind of interesting in that respect, but perhaps maybe there could be even more sulfur mines similar to this, with similar layouts and stuff. Okay. Gonna head out this way. Yeah, we're gonna maybe try and take out some of these guys quietly, if we can. Personal computer, Supervisor Lin. Here we are again. Well, here we are again, another rare mineral contract. This time it's sulfur. You remember sulfur, don't you? Dangerous, flammable, rife with gas plumes that melt the seals in your suit before you have a chance to scream. Literal brimstone. It also happens to be 10th most common mineral in the whole freaking universe. I don't think there is a miner in this crew that actually believes we came all the way to House Varun doorstep to mine this stuff. Rare mineral, my tale. But Barrett and his new Atlantean Social Club paid for discretion, so we're mining sulfur. And praying to the heavens this anomaly they're actually after turns up before anyone gets hurt. Okay. So this is Lin, as in our old supervisor Lin. So, I guess this is an old mining outpost that they used to run. Setup complete. 20 days working 3 shifts a day. That's how long it took to get this sham facility set up to mine this stinking yellow dreck. Sinking the supports alone took the better part of a week, just to make sure we didn't trigger a gas rupture and kill everyone before we began. The amount of money this Constellation group is spending must be astronomical. The scanning technology alone looks like it was stolen from a UC skunkworks. Whatever this anomaly is, it must be worth a fortune. Though, if it is that valuable, it'd explain why they don't want anyone to know they're looking for it in the first place. Our first emergency evac today. One of the Dusties dug where he shouldn't have and got a sulfur dioxide spray down. His helmet held, but his seals melted to nothing. Foreman was able to get him back to the hab before he asphyxiated, but he was in rough shape. We stabilized, and I had Heller jump him back to the nearest medical facility, 50 plus light years away in Aquila. Sounds like he's going to live and is expected to make a full recovery. I hope Barrett's people sprung for the good insurance. Visitors. I'm sitting here writing this so I can give my heart rate time to come down from the high figures. We had a vessel alarm today. I'm guessing Heller's trip to Aquila and back drew some attention from the neighbors. A ship full of Varun zealots. Most of the crew was out in Shaft A when the alarm sounded. With just me and Jenkins in the facility, I immediately called a work stop and full radio silence, then ran top speed to the Jennies to shut them down. Then, Jenkins and I ran, holding our breath, to our suits and barely managed to stash ourselves outside under a catwalk. Just as the first of the zealots came up the steps, the first, presumably their captain, walked right over our heads. Some alien firearm trained on the airlock where we'd just been. I've never gotten that close to a zealot before. Their suits are covered in these wrapped patterns. Makes them look, well, barely human. And the battle scarring made it clear he'd walked away from his fair share of raids before. And it was right at that moment, as this zealot warrior is standing directly on top of us, that Jenkins hiccups. The captain freezes, turns, looks straight at his second. Silence. I think they really thought the place was abandoned. They came in, took some rations, ammo, the couple firearms we had, and they left. And for me, this illustrates 3 necessities we've got before us. 1, we need more guns and better training with them. 2, we need to find this anomaly yesterday. 3, I'm going to launch Jenkins into the star the moment an opportunity presents itself. Oh, Lord. Poor old Jenkins. We found it. Hallelujah, at long last. Up until today, we'd been looking for a mineral anomaly, a piece of metal or rock that stood out from the things around it. But today, Jenkins' replacement noticed something odd on one of the seismometers we've placed around to warn in case of gas rupture. It seems like there was a dip in gravity right near the mouth of Shaft A. Excuse me, guys. scans of the spot showed the exact signature we'd been told to look for. So extraction at this point gets tricky. I'm going to need folks to move over there, then convince them all they're digging into a gas vein to get them to leave the area the hell alone. And while they're working on that, I've got to collect Barrett. Then we can finally get off this godforsaken rock. That's a wrap. It's done. The anomaly's found and in our employer's possession. I escorted Barrett to the site personally, and the two of us went down to collect. Or at least that was the intention. Once we hit the mouth of the cave, Barrett turned to me and said, "Could be dangerous down there. Why don't you head back to the hab?" Dangerous? You don't say. But the customer is always right, blah blah. So I turned back and waited in the facility with the crew. And so we waited, and waited, and waited. After what seemed like several hours, he finally comes stumbling back through the airlock, looking like he'd seen a ghost, but grinning ear to ear. He claimed he'd found what he was looking for, but that he'd sucked down a little too much sulfur while he was down there and passed out. He was obviously lying. Something happened. But if it meant we could at long last get the hell out of here, I wasn't about to argue. This may be describing Barrett's first experience in, coming into contact with the artifact, and the fact that he also had visions when he did touch the artifact. So, interesting. Closing up shop. All the transportable equipment's been off-worlded, and the rest isn't worth the credits it'd take to get it out of here. Congratulations, Constellation. You've added an ugly couple of scars to one of the foulest worlds I've ever had the displeasure of working on. And if I never hear from these people again, it'll be too soon. Well, they did end up hearing back from us, didn't they? And that's how we joined. Alright, this is sort of a dead end. I need to find another door that leads outside. Right here.
For your judgment! I'm hit!
Alright. So let's push. And there's one more guy over there. Oh, what? Do not tell me that I cannot get back out of here. Oh, yes. I didn't have to panic too much. Yeah, just with the amount of jank that I've been dealing with throughout the playthrough, you really do sort of start, worrying when you do traverse certain areas, and you might question yourself whether or not that was actually a good idea to do. What was it that I just picked up there? A modified Varun Inflictor. Okay. Now, we don't really use a lot of Varun weapons, do we? So, this seems like some kind of a shotgun, potentially. Or maybe a rifle. I don't mind keeping this, actually, because I would like to give it a go. Maybe we can actually swap it out for something else. Preferably something that we're not really using very often. Maybe we'll go and switch out the shotgun. And we can have a play around with this thing. Okay. Secure access. I'm not sure how we can actually get through there. But I'm wondering if there's actually anything else. Might not be. I wonder if, having been to places like this, you could have like some unique dialogues with Lynn and Heller. That would be cool if that was the case. A bit of a rec room here. For Rune Scripture, Volume 7. Permanently increases sneak bonus by an additional 1% and melee sneak attack damage by an additional 5%. I mean, not gonna say no. Tinned bacon. That sounds kind of off. Alright, have we looted everything? Oh, here we go. We're getting somewhere potentially juicy. This is a master lock though, so this is gonna be a bit of a pain. That fits. Let's just try and figure out the first layer though. I don't have a lot of options for the first layer. Of course the one prongs should work, but I'm sort of looking for something else that might fit. Okay, so we obviously need to use these. Now, next layer. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so that could fit there. That could fit. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I think this is probably what we'll do. So... yeah. Brilliant. Okay. What secrets are there in here? Okay, we just have stuff. But no additional story or anything like that. Would have been cool if there was like a slate or something. There is a master safe here. Again, digipicking is probably my least favorite thing of the game. Well, aside from all of the janky stuff as well. But yeah. I wish there could be a lot less digipicking, to be honest. So trying to figure out if there's anything else that we can use for the front. Maybe this one, but that will still demand that we use one of our one prongs here. Tricky. Let's do it. Might try to figure out how to open the last layer first. See how we go on that front. Yeah, that's the only position that we could do if we are using this key. Yeah, okay. So these two will fit the back line. So now we just need to figure out how to open the front line now. So something like that could work. Yeah, that is the only position though for this one. Okay. I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna work. If I use that there and that there, we're not going to have like the keys that we need for all of this. And everything else only fits in the back line anyway. Yeah, I think we've already screwed that up. So yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. Plus it's a very small safe anyway, so I don't know, it'll probably be just cash. Right, I think we're done here, guys, so interesting location. Just a little bit of extra lore on how Barrett found his first artifact, which is nice. So let's actually continue on. Oh, actually, the Kazal sulfur mine is partially explored, apparently. Talk with Sarah Morgan. I wonder if Sarah has something to say about what we've just found. Possibly. It does say 75% explored, guys, so... I'm wondering how we could get 100%, unless I have to open that save. I mean, I could try again. I mean, okay, well, let's do it. Alright. This is looking maybe a little bit better than before. Thank goodness. Alright. Alright, well, there wasn't really anything groundbreaking in there. But has that completed our exploration? No, it still says 75%. So there must still be something else. Oh, hang on. Open the door. Yes, okay. Completely missed this when we were going in. I think we've seen everything? Possibly. Perhaps maybe the whole thing with talking with Sarah Morgan, the only reason why it's there is because our ship is there. Perhaps maybe she actually wants to talk to us about something else. So, anyway. We're done in this location. So let me just try and get back to the ship. We do have a few resources, which I could let go of right now as well. So why not? And yeah, maybe we should have a chat with Sarah. If we can actually find her. We have the actual activity. Talk with Sarah Morgan.
Is something amiss?
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
I don't think we've ever seen Sam's ship.
Important or not, I'm ready to listen. Forgive me for pulling you aside again, but, well, there's so much to process right now. The emissary, the hunter, the unity, an entire multiverse. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it all.
I agree, there are a lot of pieces to this puzzle.
That's an understatement. The fact that we are the origin of the Starborn. Humans literally reborn by entering the Unity. The same, yet different. It's unbelievable. I feel like most of the knowledge we've amassed in the last few centuries about the universe has just been made obsolete.
What kind of knowledge has been rendered obsolete?
Oh goodness, almost every facet of science. Astrophysics, physiology, evolutionism, grav theory, the list goes on and on. There are areas of study that will need to change, and some basic rules of science that will need to be completely blown up and reinvented.
Well, our knowledge is what got us to this point in the first place.
Yes, that's exactly right. Humans are clearly a victim of their own success. We've been pushing further and further outwards from our home, when we should have spent more time being prepared for the consequences. Our current problem relates closely to the nature of humans as a species. This rushed curiosity has led us to enter the Unity and become Starborn.
Isn't curiosity one of the tenets of Constellation?
It certainly is. Without curiosity, our motivation to explore would vanish. But in this case, there's a difference between exploring the cosmos and blindly entering the unknown without being prepared for the consequences.
Well, I don't think that would have made a difference.
But it has made a difference. Here we are, caught in the middle of some sort of needlessly violent crusade between the hunter and the emissary. You'd think that a technologically advanced society would have evolved past petty squabbling over something like the artifacts. It almost makes me wonder if entering the Unity has done them more harm than good.
So you think the artifacts are the primary reason the Starborn revealed themselves to us?
Oh, absolutely. Their arrival in our universe is much too timely to be for any other reason. It's also clear that the need to collect these artifacts are an obsession for them, almost bordering on an addiction. That leads me to wonder what the Unity has done to their minds and their souls.
We should learn more about the Starborn before we pass judgment on them.
Yes, I agree, but not at the expense of erasing our own existence. When you pass into whatever lies beyond, we don't know what will become of you. Will you remember your life as you knew it? Will the hunger to collect the artifacts consume your life like it's clearly consumed the Starborn?
You'd let those questions stop yourself from entering the Unity?
Of course not. I am, and always will be, an explorer at heart. My concern is how fundamental the change will be to ourselves as people. We don't even know if you'll remember anything about this conversation. I'm worried what that will mean between us.
This is surprising coming from someone who lives and breathes exploration.
This goes well beyond the boundaries of simple exploration. As the chair of Constellation, I want all of us to have this opportunity to explore the Unity. It would be the pinnacle exploration of our lives. However, after we enter the Unity, we'll likely evolve. You and I, as we stand here right now, will essentially cease to exist. The truth is, you're my friend, and I don't want to lose you.
What makes you think you'd be losing me?
I'm not sure. I'm guessing based on what we've learned. Even if I accompany you into the Unity, the question still remains. Would we know each other anymore? Even if we did, would we care? Part of what I do as chair of Constellation is weigh the costs of our expeditions. And this one, the cost is extremely high.
If you're really my friend, then you'll have to trust that I'll make the right decision.
You're right. I'm sorry. Listen. I realize nothing that I say is ever going to change your mind or diminish the enticement of this incredible opportunity. All I ask is that you research the facts before you blindly stumble off into the unknown.
I will, I promise.
Thank you. Well, I suppose I've ruined the moment again, haven't I? I'm getting quite good at that lately. I'll let you get back to whatever you were doing. Just think what we discussed. I know I will. We should have a talk. When you have the time, of course.
Okay. Well, you could have turned around before we started talking. But anyway, alright, we've already had one conversation. I don't feel like doing another one. But considering where we are with this episode, I think it's probably a good time for us to also call it one episode for now. Time for a bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll continue with more exploration, and perhaps maybe even a couple of side missions here and there. Who knows, we might find like another point of interest and we might actually get sidetracked, but we shall see. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave that like down below. Aside from that, hope you guys stay true, and I'll see you guys in the next one.